Welcome to our journey through the key concepts in biomedical research. Biomedical research is a fascinating field that combines biology, medicine, and technology to improve human health. In this video, we'll explore the foundational ideas that drive discoveries in medicine and healthcare. Whether you're a student, professional, or simply curious, understanding these concepts will help you appreciate how new treatments and medical knowledge are developed. Let's begin by setting the stage for what biomedical research is and why it matters in our everyday lives. Biomedical research refers to the scientific studies that aim to understand the mechanisms of health and disease. It covers a wide range of topics, from genetics and cell biology to the development of new drugs and medical devices. Researchers in this field use various methods to investigate how the body works, what causes illnesses, and how we can prevent or treat them. This research is essential for advancing medicine and improving patient care, making it a cornerstone of modern healthcare. Biomedical research, we often distinguish between basic and applied research. Basic research seeks to expand our fundamental understanding of biological processes, often without immediate practical applications. Applied research, on the other hand, uses this knowledge to solve specific health problems, such as developing new treatments or diagnostic tools. Both types are crucial, as basic research lays the groundwork for applied innovations that directly benefit patients. Scientific method is the backbone of biomedical research. It's a systematic approach that involves making observations, forming hypotheses, conducting experiments, and analyzing results. This method ensures that findings are reliable and can be reproduced by others. By following these steps, researchers can build a solid foundation of evidence that supports new medical discoveries and treatments. Hypothesis is a testable statement or prediction about how something works. In biomedical research, forming a clear hypothesis is the first step in designing an experiment. Researchers use existing knowledge and observations to propose explanations that can be tested through experiments. A well-constructed hypothesis guides the direction of the study and helps in interpreting the results. Designing a good experiment is critical in biomedical research. This involves selecting appropriate methods, controls, and variables to ensure that the results are valid and reliable. Researchers must carefully plan how to collect and analyze data, minimizing bias and errors. A well-designed experiment allows scientists to draw meaningful conclusions and advance our understanding of health and disease. Variables are the factors that can change in an experiment. In biomedical research, we often talk about independent variables, which are manipulated by the researcher, and dependent variables, which are measured as outcomes. Controlling variables is essential to ensure that the results are due to the factor being tested, not other influences. Understanding variables helps researchers design better experiments and interpret their findings accurately. Control group is a standard part of many biomedical experiments. It serves as a baseline for comparison, allowing researchers to see the effects of the experimental treatment. By comparing results between the control group and the experimental group, scientists can determine whether the treatment had a real impact. Control groups are vital for producing trustworthy and unbiased results. Randomization is a technique used to assign participants or samples to different groups by chance. This process helps eliminate selection bias and ensures that the groups are similar at the start of the experiment. Randomization increases the reliability of the results and is especially important in clinical trials, where it helps ensure that the treatment effects are genuine. Blinding is a method used to prevent bias in biomedical research. In single-blind studies, participants don't know which group they're in, while in double-blind studies, neither the participants nor the researchers know. This approach helps ensure that expectations don't influence the results, making the findings more objective and trustworthy. Collecting accurate data is at the heart of biomedical research. Researchers use various methods such as surveys, laboratory tests, and medical imaging to gather information. The choice of data collection method depends on the research question and the type of study. Reliable data collection is essential for drawing valid conclusions and advancing scientific knowledge. Biomedical research often involves both quantitative and qualitative data. Quantitative data are numerical and can be measured, such as blood pressure or cholesterol levels. Qualitative data are descriptive and capture characteristics that can't be easily measured, like patient experiences or symptoms. Both types of data provide valuable insights and are often used together to give a complete picture. Statistical analysis is used to make sense of the data collected in biomedical research. By applying mathematical techniques, researchers can determine whether their findings are significant or just due to chance. Statistics help identify patterns, relationships, and trends, making it possible to draw meaningful conclusions from complex data sets. Before research findings are published, they go through a process called peer review. Other experts in the field evaluate the study's methods, results, and conclusions to ensure they are sound and reliable. Peer review helps maintain high standards in biomedical research and ensures that only trustworthy findings are shared with the scientific community and the public. Ethical considerations are fundamental in biomedical research. Researchers must ensure that their studies respect the rights, safety, and well-being of participants. This includes obtaining informed consent, protecting privacy, and minimizing harm. Ethics committees review research proposals to ensure they meet ethical standards, promoting trust and integrity in science. Informed consent is a process where participants are given all the information they need to decide whether to take part in a study. This includes details about the purpose, risks, benefits, and procedures involved. Ensuring informed consent is not just a legal requirement but also an ethical obligation, protecting participants' autonomy and rights. Animal research plays a significant role in biomedical science, helping scientists understand disease mechanisms and test new treatments before they are used in humans. Strict regulations ensure that animal studies are conducted ethically, with efforts to minimize suffering and use alternatives whenever possible. Animal research has contributed to many medical breakthroughs, but it remains a topic of ethical debate. Clinical trials are research studies that test new treatments, drugs, or medical devices in people. They are conducted in phases, starting with small groups to assess safety and moving to larger groups to test effectiveness. Clinical trials are essential for bringing new therapies to patients and are carefully regulated to protect participants' safety. Clinical trials are divided into phases. Phase I tests safety in a small group, Phase II looks at effectiveness, Phase III involves larger populations to confirm results, and Phase IV monitors long-term effects after approval. Each phase builds on the previous one, ensuring that new treatments are both safe and effective before they reach the public. Translational research bridges the gap between laboratory discoveries and patient care. It focuses on turning basic scientific findings into practical medical applications, such as new drugs or therapies. This approach accelerates the process of bringing innovations from the lab to the clinic, ultimately benefiting patients more quickly. Genomics and genetics are key areas in biomedical research. Genetics studies individual genes and their roles in health and disease, while genomics looks at all of an organism's genes and how they interact. Advances in these fields have led to personalized medicine, where treatments can be tailored to a person's genetic makeup. Proteomics is the study of all the proteins in a cell or organism, while metabolomics focuses on small molecules called metabolites. Both fields provide insights into how cells function and respond to disease. By analyzing proteins and metabolites, researchers can discover new biomarkers and targets for therapy. Cell culture is a technique where cells are grown in controlled conditions outside their natural environment. This allows researchers to study cell behavior, test drugs, and investigate disease mechanisms in a controlled setting. Cell culture is a fundamental tool in biomedical research, supporting discoveries in cancer, genetics, and more. Molecular biology techniques such as PCR and DNA sequencing are essential in biomedical research. These methods allow scientists to analyze genes, detect mutations, and understand how genetic information is expressed. Molecular techniques have revolutionized our ability to diagnose diseases and develop targeted therapies. Imaging techniques such as MRI, CT scans, and microscopy are vital for visualizing structures inside the body or cells. These tools help researchers and doctors diagnose diseases, monitor progress, and guide treatments. Advances in imaging have greatly improved our ability to see and understand biological processes in real time. Bioinformatics combines biology, computer science, and statistics to analyze large sets of biological data. It's especially important in genomics and proteomics, where researchers deal with massive amounts of information. Bioinformatics tools help identify patterns, make predictions, and accelerate discoveries in biomedical research. Epidemiology is the study of how diseases spread and affect populations. Epidemiologists track outbreaks, identify risk factors, and develop strategies to prevent and control diseases. Their work is crucial for public health, especially during pandemics or when new diseases emerge. Biostatistics applies statistical methods to biological and medical data. It helps researchers design studies, analyze results, and interpret findings. Biostatistics is essential for making sense of complex data and ensuring that conclusions drawn from biomedical research are valid and reliable. Systematic reviews and meta-analyses are methods for summarizing evidence from multiple studies. A systematic review carefully collects and evaluates all relevant research on a topic, while a meta-analysis combines data from these studies to draw stronger conclusions. These approaches help guide medical practice and policy by providing high-quality evidence. Reproducibility means that other researchers can repeat an experiment and get the same results. It's a key principle in science, ensuring that findings are reliable and not just due to chance or error. Efforts to improve reproducibility include sharing data, methods, and materials openly, which strengthens the credibility of biomedical research. The open science movement encourages researchers to share their data, methods, and results freely. This transparency helps others verify findings, build on previous work, and accelerate scientific progress. Open science is becoming increasingly important in biomedical research, fostering collaboration and trust within the scientific community. Personalized medicine tailors medical treatment to the individual characteristics of each patient, such as their genetic profile. This approach aims to improve outcomes by selecting the most effective therapies for each person. Advances in genomics and data analysis have made personalized medicine a reality in many areas of healthcare. Regenerative medicine focuses on repairing or replacing damaged tissues and organs. Techniques such as stem cell therapy and tissue engineering are at the forefront of this field. Regenerative medicine holds great promise for treating conditions that were once thought to be incurable, offering hope to many patients. Immunotherapy is a treatment that uses the body's own immune system to fight diseases, especially cancer. By boosting or modifying immune responses, immunotherapy can target and destroy cancer cells more effectively. This approach has revolutionized cancer treatment and is an exciting area of ongoing research. Vaccines are one of the most successful tools in biomedical research for preventing infectious diseases. They work by training the immune system to recognize and fight specific pathogens. Vaccination programs have saved millions of lives and continue to be a major focus of research, especially in the fight against emerging diseases. Drug discovery process involves identifying new compounds that could become medicines. Researchers screen thousands of molecules, test their effects in the lab and in animals, and then move promising candidates into clinical trials. It's a long and complex journey, but it's essential for developing safe and effective new treatments. Medical devices, from simple thermometers to advanced imaging machines, play a crucial role in healthcare. Biomedical research drives the development of new devices that improve diagnosis, treatment, and patient care. Innovation in this area continues to transform medicine and enhance quality of life. Big data refers to the vast amounts of information generated in healthcare, from electronic health records to genetic data. Biomedical researchers use advanced analytics to uncover patterns and improve patient outcomes. Big data is transforming how we understand diseases, predict risks, and personalize treatments. Artificial intelligence, AI, is increasingly used in biomedical research to analyze complex data, identify patterns, and make predictions. AI can help diagnose diseases, discover new drugs, and personalize treatments. As technology advances, AI is expected to play an even bigger role in shaping the future of medicine. Precision medicine is an approach that considers individual differences in genes, environment, and lifestyle when designing treatments. By understanding what makes each person unique, researchers can develop more effective and targeted therapies. Precision medicine is a growing field that promises to revolutionize healthcare. Protecting human subjects is a top priority in biomedical research. Regulations and ethical guidelines ensure that participants are treated with respect and that their rights and welfare are safeguarded. Institutional review boards, IRBs, oversee research involving humans to ensure compliance with these standards. Once research is complete, findings are published in scientific journals and shared at conferences. Dissemination ensures that new knowledge reaches other scientists, healthcare professionals, and the public. Open access publishing and digital platforms have made it easier than ever to share biomedical research worldwide. Collaboration is key in biomedical research. Scientists from different disciplines, institutions, and countries work together to tackle complex health challenges. Collaborative efforts accelerate discoveries, share resources, and bring diverse perspectives to solving medical problems. Biomedical research faces many challenges, including funding limitations, ethical dilemmas, and the complexity of biological systems. Researchers must navigate these obstacles while maintaining scientific integrity and public trust. Overcoming these challenges is essential for continued progress in medicine and healthcare. The future of biomedical research is full of promise. Advances in technology, data analysis, and global collaboration are opening new frontiers in medicine. As we continue to explore the unknown, the key concepts we've discussed will remain the foundation for innovation and discovery, ultimately improving health for all.